Yo, what's the crack? Austin, Nick, Ciaran and Sophie here, the Midlife Relations Podcast.
Woo! Episode
16.
16.
Yeah.
16 weeks. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
but you because you missed
I missed a few. I was on hiatus.
we got hijacked by some.
We're no fire tonight, guys. We mixed it up.
Oh shit, Ciaran, I think we know that.
I think we know where we are now. You know, I think
We're in
no,
Nick's bachelor pad.
no.
Sort these curtains out, Nick. I'm not telling your mammy, okay?
Yeah, folks. So we have a bit of stuff that we obviously want to talk about the Oasis shit show that it was. Sorry, you're not allowed to say shit because that has to be censored. Like Nick's family watch. Hello, Nick's family.
We'll elaborate on that later on.
We'll get to that. Yeah. So we're gonna go out to the football corner, and Ciaran's gonna get in the soapbox and gonna talk about the Premiership and all that is football over the weekend. So Ciaran, lead the way.
Yeah, it wasn't a massive weekend of surprises. The early match on Saturday featured Arsenal against Brighton, and I'm impressed with Brighton so far. Young manager, progressive football. They stopped Arsenal a lot. Declan Rice got sent off, and it was very harsh.
No,
it wasn't kicking the ball away. It was actually for delaying time.
So it was like previous to what happened in the incident, like when
he delayed the kick-off.
Okay. So it's a yellow card that was
So he was stupid for doing that, and all Arsenal fans going, oh no. But no, they're very strict this year with the rules regarding everything.
Yeah.
So
maybe Arsenal's going to get the soapbox and say they were ripped off. You know.
Brighton had chances to win it and should have really won it, but drop points for Arsenal at home. 10 men, I suppose. In the end, they were lucky to probably get away with it. Your team, Man City, features at the 3 o'clock kick. Oh no, it was the half-five kickoff. Actually, before that, Everton were 2-0 up against Bournemouth at the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and Bournemouth scored 3 goals in the last 5 minutes.
That was awesome.
Like, that's crazy. I think Sean Dyche is in massive trouble now. Early on.
But like this is the thing I think is so bad. Like Sean Dyche kept him stayed up last season. Like, and then
he's a journey-like manager, though. He's a journey-like manager. It's not his fault.
So what? Who do you expect? Like, who do you expect? Like Pep Guardiola to go to Everton? Like, you know,
but they looked. It's. Do you know what it's like the likes of when David Pleat was manager of Sheffield Wednesday, and basically it's like Sam Allardyce. Sean Dyche is similar to Sam Allardyce with his method of football and style. That was the.
How come it worked last season? It's not working out this season.
Just new manager bounce, and and they had points to look to last season, which is more difficult.
Yeah, so they will say that went up higher, like, you know.
The 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday. City was a later.
City was 5:30.
5:30. City was later 5:30.
It was Newcastle and Tottenham or something, wasn't it?
Newcastle Spurs was the first. No, that was Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
So
was he on Sunday? No, that was Saturday. Yeah.
City was the late match on Saturday. I have to say, West Ham put up a good fight.
Yeah.
And in another day, if they had a prolific striker, they would have. They could have got a point because
that's like saying, you know, if you could have, would have, should have, like, you know.
Yeah.
If City are playing Real Madrid, like Real Madrid might have a better.
They hit the woodwork a couple of times, West Ham, but just City of Haaland, and when you don't take the chances against City as well, you get punished as Haaland punished them with a hat trick, like 3 goals. And it was like, but you know what Haaland's the equivalent to in my eyes? Drago from Rocky 4. If he dies, he dies. He'd tap in and someone be on the line going like that, like, you know, if he died. He's a fucking machine.
He is a machine.
There was a video in the summer of him chopping wood, and I kept on thinking of Rocky 4.
Norwegian god. He is like Thor, like, so probably Thor.
He's probably on steroids. No, I'm joking. No, he's not on steroids. His diet's crazy.
No, but like he does meditation and stuff, and like. But like his form has always been good. Like you should look at him when many hat-tricks, 22 hat-tricks in like 250 games. You know, it's amazing. Like his career, like
he's a machine.
He's always been good. Like
you can see him going to Real now in a couple of years, probably.
Yeah,
if they can afford him. They can afford him.
No, but even so, why do you go to Real Madrid and City are the best team in the world at the moment? Like,
I know.
You know, there was still some statistics and said City was the most watched football club in the whole of the world in season 2023-2024.
All I'm saying is, if something happens, I'm not saying there's definitely going to something happen. If something happens down the line with their charges, people could jump the boat and probably have a buyout in their contract.
Look,
but we'll see.
That's all. You know, everyone latches onto the fact that like, City could get stuff with the charges, but like, it's all a stone and a cup really. It's like,
well, not really. The trial's on for 10 weeks, starting on September 10th. So
if you realistically look at the situation, like it's all made up, you know, horseshit. I think, in fairness, like.
Well, don't. agree with that because there is something there. Because I think the worst I get is the points deduction.
But this is the chance. They make the rules up as they go along, and kind of like it's like this time we're not agreeing with them rules, and it's kind of like it's just sitting there saying stopping at the moment and saying like
they're not being charged over PSR. They're being charged over fake sponsorship deals and some serious shit.
But it's not fake sponsorship deals. They're basically it's a grey area in terms of like how much you're allowed to say a sponsor was allowed.
We'll see.
Like this is the rules. Like the Premiership decided just to change rules on the whim and stuff like that.
No, they have a separate fight against them over PSR. The city's thing is not being compliant with the Premier League in the last number of years when they were being investigated. That's one of the big things. But also, like Mancini was paid more extra than he should have been. He should have been as well. Which it's complicated. It's complicated.
Everyone's an expert. Everyone's an expert.
I'm not an expert on, but I know I've read a lot about it. So it's deep. The only thing is.
It's like Chelsea, like years ago, they broke the kind of the gentleman's agreement and said spending money, Branders came in and they spent mad amounts of money in transfers and
the whole PSR thing wasn't the financial fair play wasn't back there.
They're just making the rules up as they go along and like it's kind of like.
No, I agree. I don't like some of the Premier League's methods, and I don't like they're selfish as well.
Yeah.
The Sunday matches were Newcastle versus Spurs, where Spurs just didn't turn up. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Spurs didn't turn up in the first half, and Newcastle could have scored about five or six.
Yeah.
Spurs came out in the second half and they gave a good account of themselves against Newcastle. Should have scored more than two, but Big Ange, his tactics are terrible. It's like we'll pass. They don't seem to work. I know for a fact they don't work in set pieces in training. He doesn't think it's necessary, and I just think that's all wrong.
Most of the leagues getting set piece coaches like in terms of like they have guys focusing on like
No, he won't do it. They hardly work on set piece training. Big Ange will be lucky the last season if he keeps this up.
This is the thing, like, is the players losing faith in them in terms of like
No, is this overhyped manager?
They did well last season though.
They did well last season, the big May with the he's kind of he's a likeable guy.
But this is the thing I had saying like he usually wins things in the second season and stuff like that. So I mean,
well, hopefully we'll see. The other match at 1:30 was actually the matches on Sunday were usually 2:00. Everything was put back at half an hour. I think it was to do with the crowds. Yeah. The crowds at United, Liverpool. We'll get to that now in a little while. But Chelsea drew 1-1. Chelsea first half flying, should have scored about 5 or 6. Same old problem, didn't take the chances. Transfer deadline day, they were pushing for Victor Osimhen, but his agent wanted a massive fee, and so he wanted wages, so that didn't happen. Actually, the transfer deadline day was Sancho went to Chelsea on loan, and Raheem Sterling went to Arsenal on loan.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good squad player.
Yeah.
But he's past it. And it's mad saying he's 29 years old, but you'd be lucky to get Sterling play two good matches, and then
Sterling said he was past it. Like,
he was past his last season, wasn't he?
He holds like he's good dribbling, Bob. When it comes to pulling the trigger and scoring a goal, whatever it is, it's just a delay all the time. He kind of is doubting himself, or just second check, second guessing himself. Like.
Chelsea didn't take their chance in the first half. Palace came out in the second half. Didn't really create a huge amount, but basically condensed Chelsea and got players to press their midfield. So it made them into mistakes, rushed passes. In the end, Chelsea had a couple of chances and should have won it, but it's a third match of the season. I'm not going to.
Well, I think fate to be broken and Chelsea expected too much.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to beat Palace though at home.
Yeah,
the last match at 4:30 was Man United at home to Liverpool. I thought this would be a lot tighter. Did you watch it?
I watched a bit of it, yeah.
For the first 20 minutes, actually, it was quite open. But once Liverpool got that first goal, that was it. And Ten Hag is not a good manager, and he's also a transitional manager, which means they don't go and attack on the front. They try and catch Liverpool on the break, and it just didn't work.
But this is the thing, like, was he ever a good manager? Like,
no.
Like, a good manager compared to what he won the FA Cup last season, the League Cup the season before.
No.
Like, I mean, what more is he like?
People are saying Slot, has been only there 3 games, but Slot inherited a very good team. That's still Klopp. That's still Klopp's squad.
Yeah.
So Liverpool actually haven't been tested yet, in my opinion. And United, I think Ten Hag won't be there. I'd be shocked if he's there Christmas time.
That's the thing. Like if United could have got a better manager, they would have got him.
They did interview, but they didn't gamble with Tuchel or Pochettino or Roberto De Zerbi. They just didn't gamble with them.
Yeah, so Ten Hag is more kind of stable at the moment.
Yeah,
but I mean, if United get into the Champions League, that's a win for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they need to be back. Chelsea and United need to be back in the Champions League. I'm not too sure it'll happen, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's like Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, United.
Yeah, Ipswich got a draw, and young Irish player Liam Delap scored. He's actually answered a call for the under 21s England call up.
Did he? Okay.
So he's doing a Declan Rice and Jack Grealish.
You wouldn't blame the guy who played for like an England team that could actually win the World Cup, or kind of Euros. Like, what? Are we going
I think that's the football clock.
No, it's fine.
City actually didn't get. I was a bit surprised City didn't get a cover for Haaland yet. Just in case he gets like.
In case he gets injured, yeah. But I mean, that's not getting.
Gundogan can play as a false nine, I suppose.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the next time. What do you want to talk about, Nick?
No, go on.
So we talked about the Oasis.
Oh yeah.
Now, in fairness to me, I didn't.
Yeah, you tried to ride on my train.
I woke up about 11 and I texted Nick, you still get tickets because I had seen him on the WhatsApp. He's like, yeah, I'm nearly there. Like, it was like texting me. And I revolute him then. And then he goes, oh, they're like 450 quid. And I was like, straight that, like.
No, 500 euros.
490 euros. Yeah.
What I thought was you get the pre-sale code, and you're put into a ballot and then picked out. I didn't realise you get the pre-sale code and you're guaranteed a ticket.
Yeah. But that was it was a lottery that we got the
first come first served. I mean, first.
It was a shit show, it was.
Yeah. The headline here says.
I woke up late as well, by the way. And you're not the only one.
Oasis co-player tickets sold out, even though no one managed to get a ticket. Like, what the hell? What kind of headline is that?
It's funny because I was seeing one of the guys on Facebook, one of the kind of comedians, like you said, you're 500,000 in the kind of the queue, like, and then it's like. Doing the maths, like, Crow Park can hold 84,000 in the standing as well.
Yeah, I know, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like, how's it got to work, like,
Unless I should have gone for the second night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like the 18th or
the half to more dates.
That was your birthday. Wouldn't you go for that though?
Yeah, I know. That would be better.
Some people got it for 120. Some people got it for 175. It seems that on the air. On the air, the price seemed to go up even more.
Yeah, I think they had a T-shirt saying it's price gouging and stuff like that.
But apparently it's under investigation. Ticketmaster under investigation.
Yeah,
but they say they want.
There's too many surcharges.
Yeah, there's only one Ticketmaster here. Whereas I think in UK there's more than one.
A bit of competition.
Yeah. There should have been a bit of competition in it.
Well, that's totally right.
And they should have organised better, especially the lines. People being kicked out at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
I got kicked out 3 times because I thought I was a robot.
Yeah, exactly. What's the story with this robot?
You're fresh too many times, like
no, but actually, you don't need to refresh.
I only have one. I only have it on the app.
But you actually don't need to refresh. It actually moves by itself. You don't need to refresh it in the end.
When you logged on, how many people were ahead of you?
About 60,000, I think.
But you got there, and there was only tickets like that was like.
Yeah.
I logged on at 11. It was like 500.
Well, like that's amazing. Standing tickets went for 170 quid. That's some stage.
175, yeah.
That's rip off. Like that's really price gouging in that sense, isn't it? Like
the first time I logged on, there were 89,000 in front of me, and then I got kicked out. And then when I got back on, there were 420,000 in front of me.
Mad. And like in fairness, like Oasis are cool looking and all that, no crimes about them, but like. You think they put like 2 shows? Like, are they gonna do 2 shows?
Apparently they're gonna add 2 extra dates, not confirmed, but there's rumours.
Maybe it's something with Ticketmaster.
I don't know what dates they're gonna do them though. Maybe the week before or something.
Yeah. When I logged in first, I was in there was 130,000 ahead of me.
Oh man. Yeah, that's mad. Should I count how the Coldplay like set out 4 nights? Like, I mean, I think it's went fine with that. Like, what was the
120? I think.
But I don't think the demand for that.
Oasis. The demand for that had to be the same.
No. This was much bigger.
Oasis was more popular.
Yeah, I feel like this. But yeah.
A lot of people had feet.
Because because like Oasis hadn't done a concert, and the two of them, with
2009.
Yeah,
I saw them in 2009, and they were 80 quid. The tickets were great.
I think it's nostalgia. That's the thing.
Nostalgia. They're on the Sky and Wembley, playing in Wembley, and then on Saturday night, like on the kind of TV, like it was actually a good show, like. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people have feet.
I have a limit. 130 I go as far as 175.
Maybe 200. Maybe 200.
I wouldn't even know.
200.
If you're going to, I got a Queen to be charging that if they're alive.
Yeah,
well,
like Freddie Mercury's I'd love to sit and I'd only sit down. I wouldn't
Paul
stand.
McCartney was 200 a few years ago.
Was he?
Yeah. You find the big stadium gigs like Croke Park always more expensive.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a rip off. Or the establishment just ripping us off. Like as Nick says, only 1 Ticketmaster in the country. There should be 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Should be like just competition. Like why is everything in Ireland so much more expensive than everywhere else? Like
I went to a Michael Bublé concert about 6 years ago, Crow Park.
Michael Bubbles.
And it was about 100 maybe 130 euros. But my seat was actually on the grass.
Yeah.
So, you know, it wasn't actually on the. It was I had a chair on the grass. I know.
Well, at the end of the day, I suppose we just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
But I'm
Don't look back in anger.
Okay, will we discuss next time now?
No, it's fine.
Dallas, 1977 initially to 1978 to 1991.
Well, 14
So
seasons.
explain to the audience the premise of Dallas to people who've been living in a rock under the last number of years. Power struggle between
Family tribalism.
Yeah, bit like this situation here.
It's tribalism and it's quest for power and domination and satisfaction and greed works.
Yeah.
For a bit and then until it doesn't.
I actually only started watching Dallas in my late 20s.
What?
When I wasn't even working on UK Gold.
What?
For ages.
Was it UK
I think I flew through every fucking season.
I remember watching it on RTE. It was on RTE during this one summer, and it was like 11 o'clock. It was 11 o'clock and more than to watch it. Yeah.
They did actually, I watched it sometimes. I
got a box set, the DVD box set. I watched it with my ex-wife, and kind of
the characters were unbelievable.
Yeah,
so
I mean, Larry Hagman's J.R. Ewing is probably
the epitome of evil.
Yeah.
But no, he's not. He's not. He's
fine.
No, this is the thing. Sorry, Nick.
No, go on.
This is the thing I always talk about JR. He only hurts bad people. He never really hurt really, really good people.
Well, he hurt Pam.
But she was like,
because he was Cliff Barnes. And she wasn't totally like.
No, didn't he hurt Bobby?
No, he didn't.
He wasn't totally into the air, like
no. But in fairness, he was a good family man. I mean, he
loves his son John Ross
and he stood up for Bobby. He did stick up for Bobby.
He always stuck up for Bobby.
Yeah, he did.
And in the latest episode, Bobby comes and asks JR for help. Like.
Yeah.
But didn't JR screw over Bobby? I know it's with deals and all that.
But that's not like putting a gun to his head and pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
That's just that's like Bobby, you're stupid. You should have known that.
Exactly.
That was a bit of kind of like if you're not clever enough to see it, well, it's your fault.
But I think kind of his JR, the way JR, I think it's because of Jock as well. Jock's influence on him. Yeah. So
and to the audience, who was Jock?
Do you know one thing? Jock is JR's father. And the matriarch of the Ewing line.
Matriarch.
Yeah. 5 seasons.
Yeah, 5 seasons. 5 seasons. Yeah, after.
And tell us about JR's rivals over the time.
By the way, folks, Sophie's never seen Dallas. Like.
Yeah, I know.
She's learning now all about it.
Well, obviously the rivalry between Cliff Barnes,
massive rivalry.
But that was because of the whole Digger Barnes and Jock Ewing with a rivalry with because they were kind of both in love with Miss Ellie.
Yeah, but this was a brilliant thing. Like you know, Miss Ellie was more in love with Digger. She was more drawn to him because he was a man of the land.
He
loved the land.
Exactly.
But Jock Ewing, she said Jock Ewing can hold on to the land.
Yeah.
Where Digger Barnes could never.
Digger Barnes was I think he was the able to drill. He was the one who was able to.
But that's the point. Jock Ewing could fucking kill you for the land, where Digger Barnes was
Digger
Barnes, he just was more emotional. He just kind of was like, you know, he was a lot softer and stuff like that. But that was the whole premise of it. You know, like Jock was a big, strong man. Jay was a body, like, and Bobby was the physical. But he was. They never let out. And like when it came to South Fork and it came to their family, they never let out. It was like everyone else, you know.
They love their mama.
Yeah, you know.
Tell us about iconic moments. Your favorite.
Well, obviously the big one in 1980 when JR gets shot the whole season. I think it's at the end of season 4 in 1980, and then. He's there's a whole season, and back then there was obviously no internet, so no one could get any spoilers.
With these things, it's always the least likely. Everyone was looking at like it's hardly going to be Cliff.
No, but actually, I think up to a point they thought it was good. They thought it was Sue Ellen, and Sue Ellen. The thing is, Sue Ellen couldn't remember because Sue Ellen was drunk at the time.
She was going to kill him.
She was going to kill him.
Figured it out.
But obviously. For people who don't, we're going to spoil this. People shouldn't.
No. Well,
spoil it.
No, don't spoil it. Well, should we spoil it?
It was 1980.
And people should know.
Do we need to say it?
Yes, it's important.
No, but like if you've seen it, you already know who shot JR.
Yeah.
So there's no point saying
it was a shock when you watched it the first time.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
It was a shock. It's no,
because you didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think if we've all seen it and anyone that knows has seen it, then we don't need to spoil it.
You want to watch it now from the beginning, don't you?
Another one was actually when the actor who played Jock Ewing, I think he got sick, so he had to leave the show. Yeah. So they sent him off to Vietnam or something.
No, he died in a helicopter crash searching for oil.
Yeah, exactly.
He said they sent a note and all. There was just the whole thing was.
And they went there to try and find him, but they couldn't find him. And then
did they find his body?
No, they found someone had a note of his last will and testament and stuff and all. Yeah. But it was a bit kind of half missing and stuff like that. Like, and that was all like. You know, leave that to Miss Ellie and JR and all.
And then someone came along claiming to be Jock, and it turned out it wasn't.
Like someone with their memory had gone or something.
No, what happened was Jock was delirious. I think he was suffering from malaria or something like that. And he was talking to this guy who turned out to be, he knew
all this stuff about Jock or something.
That's how it was.
Another good one was the big reveal about Ray.
Oh yes, Ray turned out to be the fourth son of Jock.
Miss Ellie didn't like it because there's proof that Jock had a affair.
Miss
Ellie never really liked Ray. Like she never.
Well, no, she did.
No, not as much as Jock.
No.
Jock. I think remember Jock when Ray first arrived at the farm. Like someone, his mother gave him a note, and then Jock knew from the very get-go.
But did he know what? Did he know?
No, I think Jock did. Did.
It was a nurse in Vietnam. Or no, it was Vietnam. No, was it Vietnam?
Was it? No, it was Vietnam. No, I think
it was war. It was a war. He went out for the war, and I think
But here's the thing: in season 1, Lucy and Ray had an affair.
That was they didn't obviously count in that the twist.
Yeah,
but they didn't really have an affair. No,
they were each other a few times. In the hay. As he did back then.
That was Lucy. She was like,
it's really weird because as time went on, the show, Ray was Ray's ex-girlfriend was Pam, who married Bobby in the first, and Jenna, who went on to marry Ray, was an ex-girlfriend of Bobby. So
and as the show went on as well, Donna was kind of sidelined. Her character went out into oblivion and just Donna, she didn't really have any great storylines, did she?
Yeah, and also there was another the fourth brother, Gary, who kind of wasn't in it because
JR broke him through.
JR broke him.
Ran all the way to California, nuts landing or something, wasn't it?
Like they do a spin off in California.
Talk about the big one with Bobby.
Which one?
Which
one? There's a couple.
The really big one, the one with the twist.
Oh yes. So I think at one point Patrick Duffy, he decided he wanted to leave and do other things. So the way
was he not cancelled? Was he not? Was it not? I think he was scripted out of the show or something. Was he?
No, he just wanted to.
No, he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. I don't know what happened. So what they did was, the first thing they shot him first.
Yes.
They shot he got shot as well. Like JR got shot. And he got. I mean, they don't really want.
But to explain what happens to him.
So basically, you're explaining it too.
Okay.
But I mean, you're explaining. What happened was, he got. I think he
got knocked down
by Catherine.
Catherine was crazy girlfriend.
No, she was Cliff's. Was it Cliff's? No, she was Cliff's half sister. Pam's half sister.
And then the next season, Bobby dies in the next couple of episodes.
Bobby dies, and then the kind of like.
And the show's ratings went down.
The show's ratings went down. Not just to do with Patrick Duffy not being there. The storyline was absolutely shocking.
So I think they came back. They went back to Patrick Duffy and asked him, could he come back? And Patrick Duffy is there a way of coming back without so it's a surprise? So I think what they did was, I think he was filming a commercial about a shower scene. So they kind of dubbed it, and they used that commercial as a ploy, to get him back into.
So in the season that came back after Bobby was there, they went one season without Bobby.
One season without.
And the season after was Pam was sitting on the bed in the South Fork, And she's like, she wakes up and she has the shower and she goes into the scene, and then Bobby's in the scene and he opens the door like, hey Bob, and she's like, oh Bobby, I had this weirdest dream, terrible dream ever.
No, that was at the beginning of the next
biggest cop out ever.
But
They did a spoof on Family Guy where Bobby's in the shower and Pam makes substitute a dream about Family Guy, and Bobby's response is, Family Guy? What's Family Guy? And her face then is like shocked.
But it was such a creative. It was like before the multiverse. Like, if there was a multiverse,
exactly.
Dallas was the first to come up with the multiverse. Like multiverse of
Talk about the iconic characters that arrived as the show went on, and ones that left.
Which one? Like there was this crazy. Well, no, actually, maybe probably shouldn't say. There was this crazy girl who went out with Ray, and she stabbed him actually.
Did she?
Yeah. Sorry.
And then Bobby married April after.
No. But JR married Callie first.
You know, I was talking about Bobby's character. He married.
Oh, sorry, but yes, no, but Bobby. No, but first, obviously Bobby remarried Pam again.
How's that obvious?
Sorry, did I say? Sorry.
Didn't Bobby marry Jenna or go on to marry?
No.
She was
That was the whole dream thing. So Bobby married Pam, and then they found out that they were going to have. She found out she was able to have a baby, but she didn't see the truck that was in front of her, and there was a big truck crash, and that was one of the cliffhangers for one of the seasons. So did she survive? But her face was disfigured.
Oh, that's what it was. And then she remember that. That's when she went back to Bobby.
I thought she died actually, but she didn't actually die.
Like in the room where she's like, and she wanted to see. Bobby's like, I'm Christopher.
So she cut herself away from Bobby.
Yeah, she exactly. I'm Cliff.
But to give context for that, to give context between Pam and Bobby and JR. Pam was JR's ultimate enemy was Cliff Barnes.
Yeah.
And then Cliff Barnes' sister was Pam Ewing. Or Pam LeBarnes. And she married Bobby Ewing.
Bobby Ewing.
So there was JR hated her from the start.
Exactly.
She's the Barnes, like,
it was like,
and Bobby's like, always battering JR. It's like, get away from Pam, don't be naughty, And then there was always this tension, always dynamic between them all, like,
The parent dynamic was crazy.
It was amazing, But that's the thing. Bobby could always keep JR in check.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll keep in check. But then Bobby would always come to JR when he had a really, really tough problem.
Yeah, exactly.
JR could get it done.
I just thought Clayton was very good at dealing with JR at times.
He was. Because JR wasn't physical. He paid people to do stuff but he could never get too physical with him.
Sorry, I'll talk about the Clayton. There is a thing with Clayton, but so anyway, and then so after Pam left, and then I think JR married Callie.
Yeah, but it married as it was a shotgun weapon.
Yeah. Because I think she was in trouble or something. So yeah, and that was there was a big tornado at the time. So everyone was staying in their house. They had
I know there was about 30 people there.
Like Sue Ellen, his ex-wife, was staying there with her boyfriend. Cliff Barnes was staying there as well.
Was the boyfriend the guy from Lovejoy or was it Dusty?
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane from Lovejoy. Played Sue Ellen.
I'm looking at the cast now on TV shows, all the characters in the Dallas.
Oh, actually, there was one. One of the cliffhangers was that JR or Sue Ellen was showing JR the actual series based on his life, and it was all about his evil deeds, and she was going to release it to the public, and there was a struggle with the director and him. That I think they fell off a balcony or something.
Oh, that was Sue Ann met this kind of director from like a biography and all, like something. Producer or something. Wasn't it?
What was I say? Bobby met April in the last few seasons.
But it was it was about the last 3 seasons. But they I think he went out with Conor McKay's daughter at the beginning, and
he was a great character. Remember Carter McKay?
Played by George Kennedy. He was in the Late Good movie. But he and then Tommy was his son, who was a bit of a psychopath. He went out with April.
Yeah, he was in football or something.
Yeah,
Was he in sports? Are there something? Was he there? Something?
I don't know, but he was a bit of a psycho in it, and so but eventually April and Bobby got together. They got married.
Well, something bad happened.
Something bad happened. I mean, in Paris, they went to honeymoon in Paris, but they got into a bit of a. April got kidnapped by an old associate of JR's on a bad deal.
She was taking revenge on JR and obviously Bobby.
Yeah.
So what was the one picked out?
But I don't.
That went on for a few episodes actually.
A few episodes.
Tried to locate her.
The mother.
But this is the thing. Like, Karma always caught up with JR, didn't it? Like, it was always like. No, for the most part, they did. Like, even at the very end, like, you know, all this stuff. Like, Karma always.
Well, they did what they did. They had a kind of It's a Wonderful Life kind of situation in the last episode. Last episode where he was shown what life would be like if there was JR didn't exist. So there was a different person, and basically it would have been worse for him. But Bobby was a family man. Or he was a rodeo or something.
I think it got a bit silly when they started introducing James. Like they also had to bring in extended family, like, you know, JR's legitimate son.
But it's like, but at the end, remember when JR's like, he's like, should I say this is a spoiler? Is it like at the very end, last episode now, like?
No, I don't leave it.
Yeah, leave it on.
If it's big.
Wow.
Let's talk about the recurring characters like Marilee Stone. She was part of the cartel. Jeremy Wentworth worked for Westar. He was always, and Jordan Lee was always there as well. Remember Jordan Lee?
Was he the
lawyer? He was the lawyer. He always used to get them out of trouble.
Mark Gibson he was Palms.
Palms,
he didn't come into it when Palms died.
No, I don't think so. I think.
I'm looking at the cast now. The main ones are Sue Ellen. They were in it for Susan always.
Yeah.
Bobby Ewing, J.R. Ewing.
Miss Ellie was always in it.
She changed.
The actress changed.
Yeah. I think the actress was on the change as well.
Yeah. Ray was in it too.
Ray was always in it.
But he kind of left.
Like, Cliff Barb's always in.
Yeah.
While it was on, actually, the actor Larry Hagman was suffering from cancer. You can notice in some episodes he looks mad pale and his hair is different.
Yeah, and he's wearing a wig or something.
Yeah.
I love the t-shirts. Ever see the t-shirts like, what would JR do? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Our father's head. I shot JR.
Yeah. I'd be always on WhatsApp, like, you know, look at our meme that says, what would JR do in this situation?
Dallas ended in 91, and there was a few TV movies.
Yes, JR returned. So basically, he faked his own death. I think to get the shares back off because the condition of the will of Jock's will is that JR had to die for his son, JR's son, to get it all. You know, his shares.
We're talking about the reboot, like.
No, this is the TV movie, 1960. So basically, so everyone came back. Like, who came back for it? Miss Ellie. Well, Bobby was already there, but Miss Ellie came back for it. No, not Miss Ellie. Sorry, Sue Ellen came back for it. Miss Ellie was, I think she was gone by then. And then the son played by. It was really weird because the
James guy had different actors.
No, I don't think he wasn't in this, but Cliff had discovered that he had a daughter, which is weird because in the newer
that's Rebecca.
But it was Pamela. Pamela. So they brought some of the characters in the TV movies.
How many was there?
I think, just like Sue Ellen, Bobby.
No, how many TV movies?
Two. The second one was The War of the Ewings. Basically, Bobby, at the end of the JR return, Bobby and actually Sue Ellen became partners, and they bought the Ewing oil back. And then JR goes to do.
The amount of times in the show they lost Ewing, they brought it back.
No, but JR
every fucking 2 weeks.
No, JR goes at the end of this episode. He goes, what's it? Sorry. John Ross goes, why are you smiling? Well, he goes, sorry, I'm trying to think. Bobby has bought you all back. Sue Ellen is staying. They're both together. Life can't be grander because you got Sue Ellen and Bobby back in, you know.
But was that at the reboot, like?
No, that's
the reboot was what year was it?
That's exactly what happened in the reboot.
No, I know because they didn't. I don't think they didn't look at
they did the research, baby.
The reboot lasted for 2 years.
3 years.
3 years. And what year did it start?
2012.
What was the difference?
Basically, yes. Here's where the weird thing was. Well, although Christopher was adopted, but he
I knew that. Yeah.
he married his Cliff's daughter, which is weird. I know, but they're not related. They're not related though. But it's weird. And
was Bobby in the reboot?
Bobby was in the reboot. Bobby had married another woman at the time.
Yeah.
The JR was in it, obviously.
He died in season 3.
He died in season 2.
So they actually did season 3 without him?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that went on for 3 seasons.
That's why I think it got cancelled.
That's bad. Was it a bad idea to bring it back? Should have left it after the TV movies, or in your opinion, was it bad to bring it back?
No, they should have. I think they should have got a few more years. I think there was a few more stories they could have told. But the revival, they brought it down to the rivalry between the two cousins, to Christopher and John Ross, and their relationships with their,
Was Lucy in the new one?
She came at the very start of this. Horn Ray rocked up in South Park, like, and they look different, like,
South Park's equivalent to Nick's house.
No, it's not.
Isn't it awesome?
Well, no, he's in the movie. But some of the storylines were.
Was that season 1, Lucy and Ray? Yeah.
In the reboot, they rock up at someone's wedding. Whose wedding was it? Was it John?
Oh, in the reboot.
In the reboot,
I didn't know that.
Oh, it was Christopher's and Pam's.
Yeah.
So,
and they dropped it.
Well, not Pam. Rebecca. But she's.
That would have been weird.
I said Rebecca earlier on. You said it wasn't.
No, sorry. But it was kind of funny at the end of the first episode, where it's revealed that Cliff Barnes is her father.
Yeah, but that's what she tried to get Christopher to sign over the rights to the free energy or whatever.
Yeah, but I know I think the newer the revival tried hard to recreate what
it wasn't as good.
Yeah, they went on like they had new what was the
like they tried to make John Ross as bad as John.
And he wasn't.
He goes you think my dad's bad? I'm much worse.
It was.
I hate the way they do that to characters.
It was a different environment because like John Ross had a private detective fellow that would like hack into your things and get all different things where like in fairness to like JR, he was like just the business and everything's around the business, and it was all you're in the office and you're like sending this people to do this stuff, like where John Ross is down on the ground and he doesn't have loads of money like JR. He wasn't surrounded by all the infrastructure like that of you and I but yeah, like it was I thought it was very good, like. Yeah. It was a very good show. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Somebody went on for like.
Sophie, you gotta say, come on, John, let's Sophie. Join this, Sophie.
You want to talk about anything else?
My head's just like absolutely spinning.
I don't think Sophie needs to watch Dallas now. She knows every single storyline.
No, but you have to put images and names and all, like,
Oh my gosh.
What do you want to talk
I feel
about?
like I've very 50
Now
different
Sophie's
tabs
corner.
open on my brain.
It's Sophie's corner now.
I mean, the two of them have been married so many times, Bobby and JR. I mean, they were married about.
And the rest of times, JR and Llewellyn used to break up every month.
Yeah, and then get married again, remarried again. I mean, they got married.
And Llewellyn would be like, this is the last time, JR, the last time. Until like 2 years later. Now.
Even in the last show, she's like, you love the rogue, get in and we'll have a cup of tea. Like.
Yeah, exactly. The revival, they want to get,
They're trauma bonded, like, this is like,
Yeah. But, she was also in love with Dusty Farlow, whose father
Clayton's son.
Who was Clayton, who married Miss Ellie. In the end.
What season did Clayton come in?
About 6 or 7.
It was after Jock died.
And then he lost his memory as well. He
was on the horse as well.
They used to do typical 80s soap storylines. People getting amnesia. Amnesia.
And he can only remember. I think he can only remember his other wife, and he was thinking it was. Yeah.
That was like Sue Ann, like she's like totally. She's like, what would you call her? Like she's the
raging alcoholic.
She wasn't raging alcoholic, but it's like she loved JR and JR loved her, but they were always just had such a bond where they're always like.
Yeah. But he used to have affairs every fucking episode. So.
Yeah, but like. Sue Ellen gave as good as Scott when she copped on, and look at in the newer kind of seasons, like she's like center or something.
At the start of Dallas, was Sue Ellen on to JR or not?
Well, no, she's at the start. She's kind of jealous of Pam Pam with
A little bit.
Yeah.
They become really close.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
But then Sue Ellen starts drinking a lot, you see, and then
because JR keeps ignoring her, but
Because JR keeps on having affairs.
yeah, no, but it's like JR Sue Ellen was remember John Ross didn't know who the baby was between Cliff and
oh, they didn't know the father. The
and
father
Sue
was.
Ellen was like, you know, I don't know who the father. And JR was like well freaked, and then he was like, then he came out like JR son and JR.
Cliff always thought he was the father.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and then
The amount of times as well that JR got one on Cliff and Cliff got one up on JR.
yeah. It's like it was
And like JR used to trick Cliff. Remember, it was an episode, I can't remember what season it was, but JR tricked Cliff into buying oil rigs.
Yeah, we're doing
And it turns out they weren't worth anything.
those balls.
But
Yeah.
he did win in the Cliff did win in the end with help from Michelle, who was April's sister. And April Michelle only did it because to get revenge on Bobby.
And Michelle killed
Sheila,
the woman,
Sheila
Sheila
who
Foley,
was
who killed no, she didn't actually kill April. It was just someone shot.
Yeah.
Someone part of her organisation shot. Anyway, I think it's time for Sophie's corner.
So many books you write yourself.
Well, I've written 4 so far. I'm kind of halfway. Well, no, about an 1/8 of the way through a 5th.
Nice.
At the
Wow.
moment, yeah.
Awesome.
So all my books have been children's books. So my first book is called The Princess Who Lost Her Manners. That was to raise awareness and funds for the charity Avian's Pink Tie, which is the National Children's Cancer Charity of Ireland. And then I wasn't planning on writing a second book, but one of the children I met through the charity asked me to write his next book about him and pirates. And I was like, my next book? So I wrote a book called Jack's Big Adventure. And then I became involved in a charity called the Little Blue Heroes Foundation. So children who are very ill, their names get added to the list of honorary members of An Garda Síochána, and they have like graduation days, and they get to go down and meet the Garda horses and everything like that. You know, it's really, really lovely. And so my third book was called Santa Wipe Your Feet.
That's a great one.
That was thanks.
Was it?
That was to raise money for them. And then my fourth book was called Very Friendly Alien, and that was to raise money for the sexual assault unit in Temple Street Children's Hospital.
I got the last book, so I got my kids.
You got the last book, yeah.
I think did I buy the alien one? I can't remember.
You did buy the
I did,
I
yeah.
forced you to buy it.
I did, yeah.
You
With
got
all
the
these books, the
Santa
book
one.
launches are really cool. Like there's a lot of effort put into them.
Yeah, I think adding finger food
And raffles.
Finger food and raffles.
And
I
then
think
swings.
finger food and raffles, and then like having the alcohol free flowing as well, just kind of encourages people to, you know, to donate more and have like, you know, a great time as well. And it's a great it was a great time for, you know, to see my dad and stuff as well, because he doesn't live in Dublin, you know, so it's always nice to kind of to see him come down for them as well. And but yeah, it's just, and I suppose it just brings you totally out of your comfort zone as well. Like, I'm not a good public speaker, but it kind of forces you, you know, to kind of do that as well.
I actually won one of the raffles and I still have the prize at home because
Yeah.
COVID came. It was escape rooms and I still haven't used it.
Oh yeah.
It's in the drawer.
Yeah, I did have to stop them bringing out the finger food until after I spoke, because one year Ciaran was like this, eating chicken
Starving, I
wings as I was trying to give this speech. He
But it
was
wasn't
there
actually, it
chomping.
was actually Sean as well, Sean Lynch as well.
I can
Don't be putting the
see it.
blame on him.
I'm different, it's only
You.
Oh, it's just a responsibility.
Yeah, it's just own it.
I shouldn't have gone up
Own
and
it.
taken the
Own-
finger
own
food,
it.
even
Is
though it
there
was
any way
there.
folks at home can get these books now, or where would they go?
Yeah,
to
we're
get the books?
going to
So,
books.
just trying to think. So the first two, I think they're on a site called Lulu.com.
Lulu.
So that is The Princess Who Lost Her Manners.
Is that
And-
Lulu, L-U-L-U or L-O-U, L-O-U?
L-U-L-U, yeah.
Folks, buy these books, please. Help us out. Yeah,
Well, no,
it's
it's
everywhere. It's everywhere.
yeah.
It's for
But
charity.
it's to raise awareness
Yes.
for
For
children's
community.
cancer charities and stuff like that. But no, so the
Sorry.
damn it, it was right there. The Princess Who Lost Her Manners and Jack's Big Adventure are on Lulu.com, and I think Santa Wipe Your Feet is on Amazon. I'll just have to double check that. Yeah.
Well, we might put it in the comments. We'll put it up somewhere. Like we'll put links up in the description as well.
Now I actually have to re-upload the Very Friendly Alien, because what happened was I had it up on Amazon, and one night I woke up and there were like no less than 12 purchases of like 60-cent ebooks, for different things. So I assumed I'd been hacked. Turned out it was just my fat leg pressing against my tablet as I slept, and I'd ordered all these books. So I deleted my account. So I have to actually re-upload it to Amazon. But I love writing poetry and things like that. Like, and people always ask me how do I get the ideas for the books, but I don't really. I sometimes, like, I don't know if because it's the neurodiversity thing or whatever, but sometimes I'll just hear a certain word, like that, all of a sudden I have an entire story. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I start, typing or writing, and I don't stop until I've all the thoughts down, and it's usually a full story by the time I finish writing, and then I just kind of go back and I edit it, and to make the words child friendly.
Yeah.
Like
How did you get involved in writing in the first place?
Well, it was when it was 2012, I think, when I started writing the first book, and I had slipped on a banana peel and dislocated my knee.
Okay.
And I was off work for about 3 months, and I was spending a lot of my time with my niece, who was 3.5 and going through the give me phase. And I kept saying to her, "Where are your manners?" And she said, "I don't know." So
Narcissist within 3 years.
yeah. So then I started thinking I'd love to write a story about manners for children. And then when I went back to work, one of the children in the creche I worked in, he was diagnosed with a brain tumour, and he was 17 months old, and he died 6 weeks later.
Oh jeez, that's terrible.
And so my mind went back to that book, and I wanted to use that book to raise money for for the cancer. And so at the time that I had a little blog thing for Crumlin Children's Hospital. I can't remember what it's called now. But
we can get all the links at later stage, and we can upload them.
So slipping on a banana peel inspired you to write.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
But the slipping on a banana peel has had its downfall long term. Explain
it has, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. But at the time, there was a little bit of a scandal with the CEO of Crumlin Hospital, something like the salary that was being earned and things like that, and the bonuses. So I said, I had gotten in touch with one of the parents, and I said, I really want to do something to help these, children, but how can I do it if I don't know where it's actually going to? So he told me about the charity called Avian Spink Tie, who provide emergency packs to newly diagnosed children and their families. So if they have an unexpected stay on the ward, they'll get packs with like pajamas and pens and notepads and things like that, And so I thought that was a brilliant idea, and I looked at their site, and honestly, I just never looked back then, we
might look into some of the doing a little charity gig, not charity, but like something for the whole podcast to get behind. And when your book, you eventually write your book, like we'll stick it on the website. We'll do a whole marketing plan, like we'll get out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I am in the middle of writing my my 5th book, so. It's just kind of waiting for that writer's block to to kind of thing. But yes, slipping on a banana peel has definitely had its downsides. I have now had 9 knee surgeries, 7 on the left knee and 2 on the right.
So how's your dancing at the moment?
Huh?
How's your dancing at the
moment? But she's perseveres. And
back in the gym
from Sunday, your first gym
yesterday
session.
was my first day back. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I was I did a little bit of
great for the mental health, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, it's great. And I was like doing a little bit of jogging on the treadmill, and like a couple of the men were laughing at me because my surgeon said I'm only supposed to do the lightest kind of weight for the next while, just to make sure I don't do any damage to the surgery. And and they were like, I was there with like my 5 kilo dumbbells, and they were like, oh, and I was like, yeah, all right.
That's 5 kilos is heavy, though. Like that's not light. Like
Yeah.
For girls, yeah. We
yeah,
like
it was
them.
like 10. I'd lift a 10 and I'd find that.
That's very heavy,
Yeah.
I'll say. But I say when did you get back to your deadlifts yesterday?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to like chance fate, but I was more just doing kind of work with dumbbells, on the bench, and then I was just kind of doing a little bit of practicing with the body pump bar to kind of see where I'm at with range of motion and things like that.
Before, like Sophie got into CrossFit style training, didn't you?
Yeah. No, and I found that great.
You like combination, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing both. But funny enough, when you do go back doing deadlifts, you'd be surprised how quickly I know they start off light.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those exercises where you go heavier quicker compared to.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like and I think to begin with, I'll probably just use the kettlebells to deadlift until I more back.
How about you? You're in Westwood, yeah.
I'm going back to jiu-jitsu hopefully tomorrow. I'm planning on back tomorrow. Like, don't be laughing, you sniggering.
I see you giving up Westwood.
What's the real question? It's a yes or no. It's not a yes or no answer. I haven't given up Westwood, but I haven't been in a while, so.
Was Flyfit busy on Sunday, Sophie?
Yeah, it was really busy. I was like,
That place is never quiet, John. Even on Christmas Day, I'd say that place is packed.
Think?
Yeah.
So
on Christmas Day. Is it open on
I
Christmas
think it
Day?
is.
What are you going to say, Austin?
How many minutes have we done?
I don't know.
About 50 minutes.
Wow.
About 50 minutes. That's a big upload.
Yeah.
You going for beers and afterwards?
No, I have no money. I've told you this. I have no money. I'm not paid. But anyway.
And GoFundMe for Nick
No,
this week, guys.
That's the management.
What do you think of his hat, folks? Comment
Yeah.
on this hat now.
Hat.
We've his hat all evening. Like.
Sophie Nick needs a GoFundMe for
No, we
Florida.
don't.
He's going to Florida in October.
No, don't. It's fine,
Yeah, let's
fine,
go.
fine.
Go for Nick for Florida. For Disneyland.
Yeah. And Universal Studios. We never mentioned anything about movies or anything. No. There's
Beetlejuice is out this week,
Beetlejuice
getting odd, not great reviews.
mixed reviews.
Here's a good movie for you. Daddy-O. It's on Sky Movies. Daddy-O. Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson's in it. Actually, brilliant movie. A lot of dialogue, mainly dialogue. It's an excellent movie. I loved it.
And I'll tell you a TV show I got hooked on Amazon Prime, Animal Kingdom. It's absolutely fantastic. 7 seasons. You know about it,
I've
do you?
heard of it, yeah.
17-year-old joins his mum ODs and he joins his uncle and grandmother, but they actually run a drug business. It's really good.
Another show that's actually on Netflix, Lost, which we'll be going into great detail in a couple of weeks' time.
Right, folks.
No, hang on.
Next week we won't be able to talk about the Premier League because it's International Week, so there's no Premier League
What are we
matches.
going to talk about? We don't know what we're going to talk about. We haven't discussed yet.
Talk about something.
And then we're going to, I think in a couple of weeks, because it's the 30-year anniversary of Friends, we're going to dedicate an episode to Friends.
I might sit that one out.
No.
You see that just be a cynical one in the corner, like.
We're also down the line going to discuss. It's going to be the anniversary of Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss all the Superman.
20 years since his passing.
It'd be nice to discuss Superman in general, aren't
Yeah. I'm actually sorry. The Superman trailer for the new movie is actually is coming out in December. Apparently, it's before the Lion King. The new Lion King movie.
Forward to that.
And what else? I mean, like.
If anyone got this far and listened to this, I'll think you.
I know. You guys talk off and on.
Fair play to you, we got this far. You
Yeah.
actually listened to the podcast at this level. Like, really appreciate it. You're absolutely.
Shout out to everyone we know.
Alright, folks. So
No, hang on. Would you stop? We're not.
Right, go for it. Hold on, we'll see what minutes we're on. I think we're on. I don't even know what minutes we're on there. 53 minutes.
Okay.
That's cool.
Just one sec. Shout out to the people: Killian, Rachel, Grania, and
Shout out to all my fans.
Your OnlyFans?
All my fans.
Yeah, Kieran has an OnlyFans page.
No,
Yeah, check out Kieran's OnlyFans page.
I said all my. I was joking.
And
I said all my fans. All my fans.
and Catherine as well. Sorry, Catherine as well. Sorry.
Alright, folks, that's all.
Bye-bye.
That's all she wrote.